Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 7. Episode 7. We're just going to slow down. Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how powerful it is to slow down. I'm a little bit obsessed with this right now, and I've been encountering this idea of slowing down and why it's important to slow down and how things can shift and change for us when we slow down. And it's not a news flash to say that we're living in a, culture where everything's just kind of gets faster and faster and attention spans get shorter and shorter. Instagram reels get shorter, TikToks, everything's short form, everything's pack in more so we can, anyway, I'm not going to get on that soapbox, but I have found, and I do think it's in response to this and due to a few other things in my life, I have found that I just want to go in the other direction. Like I cannot bring myself to make a 90-second Instagram reel right now to save my life. Now, there's some great stuff happening out there, and the people who are really good at that, like my hat is off to you. But I found that when I was doing a lot of that, I was starting to feel this kind of sense of urgency all the time, especially when I was talking about my work. And what I really wanted to do and what I'm doing now is slowing everything down. I'm all about long form. Now, I'm keeping these talks shorter because I really want to give you these nuggets of hopefully helpful information and tools. And I want to keep them really accessible and so that you have time for them. But I'm creating them in an energy of spaciousness, if that makes sense. So linear time is an illusion, so they say. You've probably noticed how when you stop for a moment and you take a deep breath, perhaps you did the box breathing exercise on the last episode. And when we do that, when we pause and we slow down and we create a little space, our perception of time shifts also. And we can often feel like we have more time. That's what I'm noticing in my life. Not only that, but as my conversations are slowing down, I'm listening better. I'm listening more deeply. I'm wanting to create more space within my conversations. And when I say conversations, I mean, this applies to a conversation I'm having with a friend or a relative, someone in my family, or even within my coaching sessions. Everything is wanting to slow down because that's where the magic is. So what I want you to do this week, what I'm going to encourage you to do, invite you to do this week is look at ways that you can slow some stuff down. Look for ways that you can slow down. Take a breath in. Allow your exhale to be really slow. Notice how your body feels when you do that. Just one breath. It was one breath. What if next time you jump in your car to go somewhere, before you turn the key in the ignition or press the button or whatever it is in your car, what if you give yourself 3 slow breaths? In and out, 3 breath cycles, in and out through your nose. And you let your body soften. You let your shoulders drop down. You let your rib cage really expand. What if you did that? You're not going to make yourself late with 3 breaths, but you're going to shift your sense of space and time in that moment. And I'm pretty sure it's going to feel good, and you're going to drive away with a little more focus, a little more space, less urgency. Here's the thing, that is a made up story, that things are urgent. I mean, certain things are emergencies, true emergencies are urgent, right? But most everything else isn't. We have way more time than we think. And I want you to play with creating just little spaces of time in your daily life and see what you notice. Now, let's take it to another level. What if you let yourself slow down your conversations? What if you let there be a little more space between the statement, the thing that the person you're conversing with, the thing they said, and your response? What if you let a question really land before you respond? You might find you're listening more deeply. You might find you're moving a little more slowly through your day. I'm here to tell you it's really nice. It's really, really nice. It almost feels like an act of resistance, like a delicious act of resistance. It feels kind of radical. It feels counterculture. I highly recommend it. And so here's one other thing that you can do this week. And I'm going to link both of these albums for you in the episode details. If you have the space, if you can create the space, listen to a whole album in one sitting. Or maybe you have a long drive and you can listen to a whole album on a long drive. Maybe you do this regularly. Maybe you're a musician or a music lover who regularly listens to entire albums, but that's something that I can really get out of the habit of easily. And I love to return to that. I love to slow down and create space for an entire album. It's such a beautiful thing. And 2 albums I've listened to recently in their entirety, a couple of times. One is Marvin Gaye's legendary album, What's Going On. And, you know, it's always a good time for that album. And it's always a good time to listen to Marvin sing, right? So there's one recommended album for you. And the second one is an artist named Bloom DeWild. She's also a coach. She's a friend. She's an amazing human and such a creative soul. And I love her new album. It's really special. It's very unique. So I'm going to link to her album as well. Enjoy slowing down. Enjoy slowing down. And I'll see you next time.